Okay, so we're going to make a buffalo chicken today. It's a family favorite. It's got some kick to it, but I'm kind of sensitive to kick. So it's got kick, but it's not going to leave you like crazy hot. Now, this is an 8-cup measuring thing. It's probably got 8 to 9 cups of it. And this is the size of the potatoes I cut them in. You're going to want them small because you're going to want them to cook really fast, because you're also cooking it with chicken at the same time, and the chicken's going to cook faster than the potatoes, so you don't want the chicken all dried out and everything while you're waiting for the potatoes. So you're just going to put the potatoes in a big bowl. Next, you're going to put in the chicken, and as you can see, I cut them in bigger pieces. Now, you also notice that these are kind of firm. I used an entire package of, from Walmart, the 5 chicken breasts. Now, I prefer to let it thaw out, in the sink and water, whatever. But not completely, not till it's soft like this, because when it's really firm, it's much easier to cut, and it takes a wee bit longer to cook. So that means it's going to be nice and moist when you cut it. So I'm just going to throw all of this in. Dry off my hands here. Okay, so the next thing you do is you get the spices. And you've got a bowl here with a half of a cup of oil. You can use vegetable oil or you can use olive oil. It doesn't matter. And in that you put a tablespoon of salt. Tablespoon of black pepper, and then we're going to use a teaspoon of paprika, two tablespoons of garlic powder. I'm just going to wipe off my So 2 tablespoons of the garlic. And 6 tablespoons of red hot, just the original flavor I use. And I'm just going to mix this all up. Okay, then I'm just going to pour it over top of this mixture here. And just use a spoon, wooden, metal, whatever you want, to try and mix it up as evenly as possible. Oh, before I forget, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 450. This is cooked on very high heat. It doesn't take that long, which is really nice. I don't usually time things. I'm one of those cooks that just looks at things and kind of knows they're done. But I will tell you later on in the video how long I ended up cooking this for. Okay, so now that this looks like everything is pretty well evenly coated, I'm going to put it in a roasting pan. Now this has oil on the bottom. It's important to put oil on the bottom because it's going to stick. This makes a lot. So if you have a smaller family, you know, it probably feeds at least 6. If you have a smaller family, you might want to put the recipe, do half the recipe. But this is so good. It's just as good, if not better, reheated. So we like having leftovers, and we have it for lunch the next day. Okay, so this is going to go in to 450. What you're going to be looking for is, you don't worry about the chicken will be done. What you're going to do is you're just going to stick your fork in the potatoes here and there to make sure that the potatoes are soft. That's all you're waiting for. That's what you're waiting for. And then, while this is in the oven, you're going to shred a brick of cheese. You can use old cheese, old or medium cheese. We've been trying the marble cheese lately, and we really liked it. Now, I shred the whole block. I don't usually use the entire thing. The leftovers we just keep in the fridge for something else. So I'll show you how much of that I actually use. And then we take a package of bacon and we cook it until it's done, and we cut it in little pieces, and I'll show you that for the next step. First, we've got to get this cooked. So we'll be back when this is cooked and show you what it looks like. So it's done. I timed it, and I kept it in exactly an hour. The potatoes are soft enough to eat, and as you can see, the chicken is all cooked. So the next thing we're going to do is we've cooked and cut up that package of bacon. We're going to put this on top first. I don't mix it with the cheese because this bacon is already cooked, so you don't want it to burn while it's in for a few minutes while the cheese melts. So put that all over. Going to dry off my hand here. And here's the full package of cheese that we grated up, and we put a nice layer on here. We're not cheap with the amount of cheese we put on. So it looks like we're going to end up today using the entire package. We don't always use it. So that's all done. Now this is going to go back in the 450 oven just until the cheese is melted. You're not cooking anything. Everything's done. You just want that cheese to melt. So we'll be back in a few minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's all done and it's ready to eat. I can't tell you how good this is. You know, make a big batch of it and have it for a couple nights, or bring it to lunch. It's an amazing meal. It's a little something different. I think it would also go well if you're bringing it over, you know, to a potluck, or if you're having company over. It doesn't have too many things in it that people don't eat if they have, you know, normal diets. Nothing, no funky vegetables people will pick out or anything. So please give this a try. Comment below. Tell us if you tried it, if you liked it. Let us know if you want to see more recipes. We plan on putting more up here. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.